Hello and welcome to the Game Fanatics podcast. My name is Ben, and today I'm joined by Henry.
Hello.
And Jeff.
Hello.
And we are going to talk about all the exciting announcements and revelations coming from this week's... It's exciting. This week's Nintendo Direct, all about Super Smash Bros. I love Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, you do.
Yep. So mean. And there was a ton of crap coming from this.
Yeah, they really pack the whole 39 minutes just full of information. With very, very little room to breathe.
No, it was like, even little things was like, oh, that's a new item, that's a new Pokemon, that's a new this, like, that's returning from the first game. Like, it's way too much.
Yeah, even when they were like, these characters are returning, these stages are returning, like, you say, oh, okay, that's cool, but then you actually see those stages built for this game. You know, they're up-res, you know, they're tweaked a bit, so even that was still new stuff, even though they were returning.
Mm-hmm. And the game, speaking of up-res, looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
On the Wii U.
I'm very impressed.
I don't know how Nintendo is doing what they're doing.
Yeah, milking all of it.
Yeah, like especially with Mario Kart as well. Like, that game looks crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do this stuff. I don't want to go over everything that's now. So there's like 8,000 things.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my like what I had written on was like the division of the multiplayer, where it's like basically casual gamer mode and then like more hardcore gamer mode. And I think that's a pretty good idea, because there are people that they do like the Smash tournaments and stuff like that, and like with the fixes to their multiplayer, which were desperately needed because their online community is terrible. Yeah. And this is like their first step into realizing how much of a necessity it is. So it allows the people, although kind of in a restrictive manner, to do what they do, you know, like practice or like hang out with those fellow hardcore gamers instead of like trying to find a room that has like one-on-one and stuff like that. You know, it's you already know where you're gonna go for this. So I thought that was a pretty good idea.
I think it's pretty smart. It's kind of crazy smart for Nintendo, especially after some of the things they did in Brawl, which basically alienated the entire tournament scene, where they don't even play Brawl. Like, no one plays Brawl. It's still Melee 15 years later. I do think it is restrictive, though, because it's like, hey, have fun, and then tournament crazy land.
Yeah, it's one or the other. Yeah, and the rules for the two are very strict. Where it's, you know, like fun, it's random stages, all the items, Smash Bros. Only, you know, and then the glory mode, the hardcore mode, is like only final destination stages. There's no items.
There are no items. There's probably no Final Smash, otherwise they messed up and the tourney people will not be pleased.
Yeah. So
that's
it's
typically what the battles are, though.
Yeah, but I mean, let's say that there are people that want to do like the one-on-one, but they want to have items, you know, then they would be shit out of luck.
Yeah, it needs the third mode of like the in-between fun just glory.
We'll just like create a match, you know.
I guess you'd have to play with your friends.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you don't want to do that, or you have no friends, which is highly possible because you're playing on because you're a Nintendo guy.
Because you play on the Wii U, and there's like 4 other people in town that have them. Yeah.
If you're lucky. And in Japan.
And in Japan. Wah wah.
But yeah, I thought it was a really good idea, because they obviously messed up a lot, and with Brawl, and it was funny, like, they, who was it that, must I don't know
Sakurai?
how to pronounce. Yeah, I don't remember how to pronounce his first name. But, he, like, was even, like, apologetic, like, we're sorry that we messed up the last one, and where we saw the problems and we're fixing them.
Yeah.
We gotta fix them.
I don't know if people are aware, but the tournament scene was kind of so pissed off about it that they actually modded the game into Melee, basically. And you had to mod your Wii and get this whole thing just to set all that up. But then they did it. because that's how broken, in air quotes, it was.
Yeah. But I thought it was a great idea, especially like the online component was so prominent. Like almost every other thing was like, and this is online stuff, and usually Nintendo's like, you can play with your 4 friends sitting on your couch, but they really went through and like detailed all of the changes to the online and how they're actually trying to make it somewhere where you would like to play. Because most people I know, you're sitting on the couch playing Smash Bros. I'd never see anyone play online, ever.
Well, it's broken on the Wii.
Yeah,
so
like ever. And so then they were like, okay, well, the online component is important. This is us making sure that that we know it's important. Here's a list of everything.
Yeah.
Ta-da. You're welcome.
I think that's nice. And I think the little mode they showed off for the 3DS is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, the Smash Run?
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, I really like that. It's, you're collecting all the items and the upgrades and finding random bosses.
I wish it was on the Wii U, though, but whatever.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of strange that they didn't do it for the Wii also, but...
Yeah, there's got to be something in its place that's similar or
equivalent.
Yeah, complementary to it or something. One thing I noticed in the trailer, or it's not really a trailer, movie, in the Mega Man level where they're fighting the what's it?
The yellow guy?
The yellow devil.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
You were close, even though you were kind of making fun of it. There's this one screenshot.
Wily Castle?
Wily's, yeah. There's this one screenshot where it has player 1, player 2, player 2, player 3, player 4.
What?
Yes.
There's
like 15 seconds of video where it has 5 players, and 2 of them are labeled player 2. So I'm wondering...
Are they like ice climbers or something?
No, one's Mario. And the other one's in an explosion right now, so I can't see who he is. But I'm thinking it's going to be 5-player on the Wii U. Which would make sense, because there's been a lot of 5-player games already on the Wii
U. Was it showing off online stuff? Because then it might be like co-op online.
No, this is the Yellow Devil.
Like PlayStation All-Stars? Where you could like have a teammate and then go online with other people too?
I will tell you, go to the video.
I'll watch it later.
I'll tell you where it is, though. It's like 6 minutes and 40 seconds in. Or 6:50. I'll link you in a second.
All right. Anyway, so Jeff, thoughts?
I was really impressed by the presentation, especially when they started announcing new characters and the tweaks they were making to Smash Brothers to even it out and make this feel different than the last game. So it's not just a skin of the last one. Like Pit, he doesn't have the glide ability anymore, but he's got more offensive strength, I think. And Yoshi, he stands upright, which is apparently changes the entire dynamic of how he fights.
I don't see how, but okay.
Yeah, Yoshi went to the chiropractor, and he's Mike Tyson out there now.
He's gotten that straightened out. Yeah.
Years of eggs have just ruined his spine.
I bet.
Yeah, I thought the Yoshi tweak was an interesting one.
I didn't even notice.
They're like, yeah, me neither. And they like made a big deal about it. They're like, and guess what? We fixed Yoshi. And I was like, oh god.
I'm like squinting, like,
him up.
Really? I didn't see a difference.
Yeah, he just looks like fucking Yoshi, just doing his thing.
So Jeff, what's your experience with the series?
I played the. I've played the previous ones, not extensively, but I have played a few matches of all 3 of them.
Okay. So how interesting is this, after watching this presentation, like, are you super compelled to play either version, or...
I'll keep the 3DS one on my radar. I don't have a Wii U, and I don't have plans to get a Wii U.
Womp.
Yeah, womp indeed.
So... But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge Nintendo guy. I know their games are incredible, but I just haven't kept up with them very much. I haven't had the motivation to go out and buy a new Nintendo game. Like in the past few years, I've gotten Mario 3D Land and Luigi's Mansion.
Duh, you should have picked some different ones, but okay. Uh, I mean, I like Luigi's Mansion, but even I didn't play that 3DS game.
It's good.
I've heard it's actually good. Shut you. Well, bringing up the 3DS and the Wii U versions, they are launching separately. The 3DS one will launch in the summer, vague terms, and the Wii U one in the winter. Did it say winter 2014 or did it just say winter?
It just said winter. But I don't imagine it not being 2014.
I'm kind of 50-50.
That would be a huge mistake.
I agree.
For it to be winter 2015.
You know, you're right.
Like,
this needs to be a holiday
If they
bundle.
did that, then that's... Yeah, if they did that, then they should just leave. Go away. There's no way that the Wii U will recover in sales if they released it in 2015.
Yeah, it'd be a large missed opportunity, and it looks like the game is done.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like it needs
it totally
work.
looks done.
Like, I mean,
like that presentation was practically a Brady Games guide. I don't see how the game's not almost
right?
complete.
They did half their job.
Yeah,
we owe you some money now. Sorry. There's so many little things in this video too. I'll go back to what I was talking about, but there's so many little things that they tease. Like they have the shadow of Ridley flying above the Metroid Prime stage, and it's just, I love it. I love Nintendo. They do fan service so well with this series.
Oh, okay. There are 2 Marios in that thing. That I just found.
Okay, is that what that is?
Yeah, there are 2 Marios playing.
We're time traveling in this podcast. So there's 2 Marios.
But there's Mario, Mega Man, the villager, and then that penguin dude.
Penguin dude.
Yeah, the one with the
King
mallet.
Dedede?
King
Whatever.
Dedede, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so there are those 3 and then 2 Marios.
Are the 2 Marios, does that confirm like a new item or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Because the new item in 3D Land or 3D World is the cherry that doubles you. You get one and you turn into 2.
Maybe. I don't know.
So maybe that's that. I'm going to watch this.
All right. Yeah.
I don't see how though, because they also mention that that the person who triggers it can hit the other people into the explosion. And so why is his twin stuck in the explosion?
Well, maybe he was using the cherry to trigger the explosion while the other one was running away from it.
I want to say 5 players confirmed.
I don't think it's 5 players confirmed.
I
think that. But then why would there be 2 Marios? Okay, if you look at
why wouldn't it be 5P instead of 2
I
second
don't
players?
know why. That's the other thing.
That's why I think that it's from the same console. But then, why would it be 2 Marios? Why not
But 2
have
player
another character?
It doesn't make any sense when you play on teams. It doesn't do that. It doesn't do that ever. So I don't understand why.
No, okay. The experience I'm drawing from is PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. You could have someone on the couch sitting next to you, and so you 2 would be in a lobby and playing online together.
So you would both show up as player 2 or whatever.
No, you would show up as 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 or whatever.
Yeah. So why are there 2 twos?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how Nintendo had to do it. But if you look at 648, you see Mario jump into the blast and start punching, and then you see the other Mario jump away.
There's
in in the corner of the frame.
Yeah, exactly. He punches it and gets absorbed. No,
I don't know.
There's some skullduggery afoot. This is.
Is that gonna be the subtitle for this Smash Brothers?
Yes, skullduggery afoot. Yeah, so let's time travel again in this podcast and go back to the 3DS version coming out first. I think there's a lot of people saying that this is bad for the Wii U version. So I
think it would be worse if it was the other way around.
I agree. No, I agree.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the scenarios that could have happened. So the game could have come out, both of them come out the same day, which I think then if you have a 3DS, you're just buying the 3DS one. If you're going to buy a Wii U for Smash Bros, you're going to buy it regardless of when it comes out. It doesn't really matter if it's day and date or later or before. So they come out the same day. It's kind of a moot point there. It's not driving sales at all. If the Wii U version came first, a lot of people would, as I'm assuming you'd say, they'd wait, maybe, for the 3DS version. I don't see why, because I want to play this on my couch.
Well, the way that I see is like it would. Okay, so either people would say, I already have a 3DS, this is what I play on, I don't want to buy a Wii U, I'm just going to wait until the 3DS version comes out. Or it just doesn't help the sales of 3DS stuff, because if people are like, oh, well, I already have it on my Wii U, I'm not going to buy it. They're trying to maximize their profits, right?
Yes, and separating that is smart for that.
Yeah, like giving the 3DS one more time in the light, before the Wii U one comes out and I guess if you put them out together, for a game like this, where it's primarily couch multiplayer.
Yeah,
it's gonna overshadow it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's I totally think that was like a good idea. I mean, of course, people are gonna say like, "Oh, I want them at the same time," but those are the people that already have both, And but if you're looking from a sales perspective, you want to maximize that. You want to have people like kind of tease with the 3DS version and then the version that everyone wants.
Exactly. It's like a little super hype demo
at the end.
Because you're gonna want to play this game.
Or it's people will be like, "Oh, I already got the Wii."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's still people that are like, "Oh, it's just a handheld version." They're gonna get the Wii version at the beginning, and then like this is one of the, like hypothetically, if they switch the release dates, like if they bought the Wii U version, then they wouldn't buy the 3DS version because they're like, "Oh, it's just the handheld version of what I already have." Even though those people are stupid, because handhelds are great, but I think that it would take away from the 3DS sales if they did that.
Yeah. Now you can get repeat customers.
So what they're doing is good.
I completely.
Totally.
I think it's super smart. It's kind of genius. It's a little evil, but
yeah. So you might say that they're super smart bros.
I would definitely not say that. Definitely not.
Okay, so what else? Okay, we got what was it called? Charizard and
Greninja.
The Ninja. Yeah, Greninja.
Greninja. Yeah.
I'm stoked about Charizard because I mean, why wouldn't I want to play as Charizard?
Well, you could already play as Charizard.
Well, no one plays the other Smash Bros.
Yeah, and Pokemon Trainer kind of sucks. I don't like switching.
Yeah, I'm glad that they like got rid of him because I like the idea of like playing solely as that Pokemon because it like you devote too many like you're dividing up your buttons when it comes to Pokemon Trainer,
exactly.
Right?
It's the same thing with Sheik and Zelda.
Yeah, totally.
It's a wasted button.
For that like transform button, and so I like the idea of just sticking Pokemon in there because why not?
Yeah, there needs to be like 10 more Pokemon. I don't even care who they are. Just stick them in there.
Yeah, and like you and I were talking about how like they're probably gonna have like a grass type.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, because they had the Pokemon Trainer, who's obviously not in there, and he had Ivysaur, Squirtle, and Charizard. So we have Charizard. We have a second evolution water type who's a starter. So we need another grass starter, I think. And as
starter or like evolution 1 or 2?
Starter. No, starter as in they're one of the 3 you pick at the beginning of the game.
Oh, okay. Trico.
Not a starter. See, I don't know who it would be unless it was like Scyther, but he's a bug type actually.
Wait, Scyther's not a starter.
I know. No, I'm just thinking in general though.
Trico's a starter.
Is Trico a starter?
Yeah.
But he's all shitty.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Yeah, I'm aware. I think that's his final form, though, is the one I'm thinking it could be.
Um,
Because it's the one that's like most standing upright.
it's not Grovel. It's
Skeptile. Or Skeptile.
Sceptile.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got
Yeah,
this
that's
long,
the
thorny
standing up
tail.
one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it could be him if it's going to be
Well,
any of the starters like that.
I don't know. I think it could be like a. No, yeah, that's true. It has to be like humanoid, or at least upright.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't have like a Bulbasaur like running around because that'd be weird.
They had Ivysaur, but you couldn't do Venusaur because then he's really like wide and short.
Yeah, and he's just like kind of trying to get around. He's like a overweight diabetic guy.
Okay.
He is. He's like the guy that just like
he's like
sits on his
Snorlax.
couch and doesn't do anything.
He's like Snorlax in the reverse position where he's like on his stomach.
Over many centuries, he evolved into that form because
Of laziness.
originally he just like fell and couldn't get up.
And grass grew over him. I guess I'm a plant now. Alright, well, what other new characters? A lot of these characters aren't new. Like, Yoshi's not new. Zero Suit Samus isn't new. Charizard technically isn't new.
And they're devoting a character slot to Zero Suit Samus, right?
Yes.
Okay, I like that because instead of like switching back and forth or doing the super ultra move thing and then like shedding the armor, I was just like, God damn it!
It's cool, but no.
Yeah, and now they're like devoting. Even if you do that move, you're still gonna be in whichever form you were previously in, which I think is a good move.
I think that's smart. It's been long overdue.
Yeah, I feel like this version was like, hey guys, we're actually listening to what you were saying.
Maybe you guys were right.
And maybe, hopefully, you guys will buy a Wii. I don't know. This game and Mario Kart may push me into getting a Wii U. Maybe.
You gotta do it.
I feel like there has to be like one more game that like, because otherwise
there already is Mario 3D World.
Otherwise, it's like a karting game and a fighting game that I'll only play if like friends are over.
And Wind Waker is fantastic.
I'm not a Legend of Zelda fan. I just have no interest.
I don't understand you.
I even tried playing Wind Waker HD on my brother-in-law's Wii U, and I just nope.
I don't understand. I just don't.
It just takes me back to a time where like
fun,
where it's like fun, but it's also kind of frustrating, and you don't want to play it anymore. But there aren't any games out, or you're like 6 and can't buy them on your own, so you have to just sit there and play that game.
I'm following what you're saying, but I don't agree with it.
It's just not my cup of tea.
All right, tea man.
While we're on this tangent of what it would take for us to get a Wii U, I think a new Metroid and a new F-Zero.
A new Metroid would just absolutely get me to buy.
I'd buy another one. Fuck it.
But I don't see any future with F-Zero anytime soon, especially because they've basically completely shut the door on them for Smash Bros.
Is Captain Falcon not shown yet?
No.
Oh no.
So I think.
Oh no.
Then there aren't, as far as I've seen, there aren't any stages that are F-Zero either.
That's
make room for room for wireframe Little Mac.
Yeah, we had to leave space on the disc for stupid Little Mac. And DDE. Idiots.
Yeah, so with that, I feel like that just means they're not gonna do anything.
Or no, Henry. E3, big reveal, new F-Zero. Here he is in Smash.
Maybe they like are waiting because it's like a new character design or something because of a reboot.
Well, and you can't be like hyping up Mario Kart and also saying, hey, check out F-Zero.
Yeah.
So they gotta wait for that to come out, which is right before E3. So, hey, I can hope. I can really hope.
Well, I'm still like the only thing that will I'm going to go to the store and buying it right now. Would be a new Metroid. I would absolutely just like drop everything and walk over, buy one, and come back.
Plug it in.
Plug it in.
Turn it on. Do all the steps.
Put the game in. Wait for it to load up. Maybe get some iced tea and wait. Yeah.
Put my legs up. And all those things? Wow.
Yeah, all those things.
Wow. All right. Well, I think even if you're not going to buy this game, I think it's still very exciting. It's clearly still important to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Based on the fervor.
Yeah, totally. And I'm totally going to play it. Like, my brother-in-law has a Wii U, and he's buying it. And I feel like if he wasn't or didn't have a Wii U, then I would buy the Wii U to get it. But, since he hasn't, we're always over at each other's houses, then I'm not going to buy it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
So, blame it on my brother-in-law.
I do. You're hurting the sales.
Although, actually, no, Mario Kart is like a super close second to I will drop everything and go out and buy this console and come back and plug it in and turn on the TV and put my feet up. Because I fucking love Mario Kart.
It's good, man.
Absolutely fucking love Mario Kart.
Nintendo makes good games.
It's probably my favorite Nintendo game of all time.
Sure. I'm not even going to argue since you're agreeing with Nintendo.
Second only to Metroid. But only barely.
That's a weird order, but okay. I'll accept it.
Metroid, Mario Kart.
Metroid's fantastic.
1 and 2.
So back to Smash talk. How about like the new like non-playable characters like Mother Brain and the Super Nintendo Andros face?
Super Nintendo Andros face was in Brawl.
That's also another thing. Like, seeing all this new stuff and tweaked stuff and everything for the new Smash Bros. I'm just like, I don't know if it's new or kind of new or brought back. So I didn't really play Brawl because it was not that good.
Not as good, no. Well, a lot of that stuff, they'd mix it up. So they'd be like 5 Pokemon that were new and then 5 that were old.
Yeah. Which kind of helped, but at the same time, I was still...
It's a little confusing.
Yeah.
Like, they show Meowth, which I know is in the first Smash Bros, but he does a different attack a little. And I'm not sure if he's in any other ones, and I don't really think he's in Melee, and I don't really know anymore.
Yeah, we need to drop, like, a chart.
It definitely needs a chart.
Like, all the different versions at the top, and then all the different... or of the like Pokemon and items and all that, and stages going down, charts, and then putting X's.
Bar graphs. If you go actually to the wiki page for Smash Bros, it has like all the characters. It does that for the characters, basically, in which games they're in.
Wow. Someone has a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah, they're waiting for these games. Come out every 8 years.
Waiting for a game.
Well, they're different games. They got different levels, which is weird.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like that, but I get it.
I do like the idea with Final Destination, though, where every stage has a version of that. Because if you're playing for Glory, and then it's always Final Destination, and you're like, I'm fucking tired of this because it's the same goddamn stage over and over. But then, nope, they're like, surprise, every stage has a version of Final Destination. And that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, no, that's super smart.
Keeping it fresh.
Another smart thing Nintendo did, finally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like, they seem to be, like, checking all the boxes with Smash Bros.
They need to.
Yeah, it's kind of like if they were gonna do one thing right, it's gotta be Smash Bros.
Exactly.
Because if they had like another Brawl like kind of screw up, then just everyone get rid of your Wii because there's no point.
Brawl is so annoying because they somehow thought it would be a good idea if your character would randomly trip and fall for no reason.
Yeah.
That alone is just enough to throw the game away. Like, it does no sense.
Yeah.
It's not
I
all
agree.
bad, but that is just you were not thinking, Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah, the tripping mechanic was totally one of their like, hey guys, this is the Virtual Boy, like stupid idea. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this might be good,
This is cute.
but
Oh,
why would it ever be good? Like I'm in a battle and I just fall on my face.
like I'm sure that's realistic.
What
Like
is
that could
what?
happen, but
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, it totally would. But I mean, you're not going to be like, oh, that was cute. You're going to be like, no, get the fuck up.
yeah.
Like, you need to keep going, like, asshole.
It
I
would have
just
been
broke
better
my
if
combo.
it triggered some kind of invincibility frames, and if you hit the other character in your trip, they just died. That would be at least kind of funny.
Well,
I
like
was about to say, imagine if other games had that mechanic in it, and then I remembered Metal Gear Solid 2, you actually could do that if you roll upstairs.
Oh,
So it's just.
it's a little it's as close as we'll get. It'll be like playing Gears of War, and you're like roadie running, and they just fall over.
yeah.
Slide on your face for a few feet.
Yeah, and he's like, "Ow, my head!" Like,
Can you
no.
imagine if something like a tripping mechanic was implemented in like Dark Souls? So you're going through this like boss battle, and then you just randomly trip and fall down these stairs, and then the monster just destroys you.
Yeah,
So many people would be pissed.
exactly.
Or if you like roll behind it so you can get that last kill, and you like trips mid roll, and it like smacks you against the wall with its tail, like that would just add a whole new level of
Yeah.
fury.
Basically, tripping is never good.
Yeah, because it's something that you can't control. You know, you're not like controlling individual legs.
Exactly.
It's just like, oh, he fell. I wonder why. Oh, because the game makers decided
Because
it
the
was a good
random
idea.
number generator decided now's the time.
Yeah, yeah. The little guy went ping and he fell.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
it's so dumb.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Wrap it down.
Wrap it up. Move it down. All right, so let us know while I lose my mind. Let us know what you think about Smash Bros. On 3DS, on Wii U, coming this year, hopefully, in the comments below. You can also email us, podcast@thegamefanatics.com. I'm dying. Follow me on Twitter. Good. What?
One less Nintendo buyer.
Oh, whatever.
A
Nintendo
grand
still makes the
total of
best
3.
games. I don't understand why everyone's so anti-Nintendo. They consistently make the best. Like, statistically, they make the best games.
According to science.
Yes, exactly. Science has proved this. It's not like, oh, my opinion. Science proved they make good games.
They do make good games and everything, but they're just not my kind of games. That's why I like, the Metroids and stuff, because they're more mature, I guess.
You should really play it.
I don't
understand.
It's not like sunshine and rainbows, and that's just not my thing.
No, I get it, but they're still good.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're bad games.
Okay.
They're good games. They're just not my kind of game.
All right. So anyway, follow me on Twitter at TGF_KirbyLink. 2 Nintendo characters smushed together.
2 of actually no, Kirby is pretty cool. That's like my Smash Bros. Character.
And Smash Bros. Is a Kirby game. Same creator, Sakurai.
Yeah.
Made Kirby,
Yeah.
You can follow Henry on Twitter.
At the Holloway.
And you can follow Jeff on Twitter.
At TGF_JSmith.
And go Nintendo Go.
Yeah.
Speed into the future with space powers.
What?